Okay, spoiler alert. We are doing a recap of episode 18 of One Punch Man. Let's go.
Yo. Every day I'm grinding and damn thing.
All right, man. I don't know if you've seen my last video, but again, I am disappointed with the One Punch Man direction. Guys, here's a recipe. I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick. Take a look at this. All right. Now you're looking at this recipe and you're wondering, hey, why is he showing us this recipe? Let me guys recap about the recipe that worked in season 1 of One Punch Man. Okay. So 1, dope action, dope fighting sequence, a massive buildup between a guy who we know is going to get defeated in one punch, or a villain who we know is going to be defeated in one punch, and it's always just a very climactic buildup, and then boom, they are crushed. Lots of humor, and a very, very subtle buildup of some of the side characters, and some, funny things that, are going on with the heroes, and a lot of people sleeping on Saitama, not realizing how powerful he is, except for Genos, of course. That's the recipe, okay? Humor, dope action, a little bit of subtle build-up with the side characters, and, a side plot. This season, what they did is they lifted up the formula for how much attention they're giving into the character development of the side characters and the side plot. They actually moved that up to pretty much the first ingredient. They're really focusing on that. That's why I showed you this recipe, okay? That recipe is ribs. Absolutely love ribs, okay? But notice how much salt is required for this ingredient. If you triple the amount of salt for that batch of ribs, it's going to be salty, it's going to be terrible, and you don't enjoy the ribs, okay? So that's the analogy that I got to take to One Punch Man, because they've changed the ingredients and how they're developing the show, and it's not that great right now, okay? So here's what we got. We got monsters are still destroying the city, okay? We got they can't come close to the arena, or we got that the arena, or they're having the martial arts tournament. They're being warned, hey, we got to get out of here. But they're very confident because they have some of the best fighters there. I mean, so this is going to be the safest environment. Genos is out there fighting. First of all, every episode, this man fights. Massive damage. He's out of an arm. Incinerating. I like seeing Genos fight, but maybe it's the animation that people were talking about, but I wasn't wowed for this episode. It's very clear that he's shaken up by speed characters, as his way of stopping anybody, is glue. He jettisons glue from his robotics. Kind of funny, and I don't. That's my thing. I told you guys in season 1 that, it was a funny, very funny season. So I don't know if that was their attempt at doing humor. But I didn't really chuckle a lot. I was like, are they really being serious that this is the way they're going to take out speed characters? But hey, it's unique. I haven't seen that in a serious anime yet to come. So I guess I can respect the creativity. So back to the martial arts tournament. You've seen that Saitama is destroying people with one move, and it's not as epic as normal. I mean, he's casually taking people out with one punch, and I guess they're building up for people to be amazed at the world tournament, or not at the martial arts tournament, or it might even get interrupted and nobody sees. But I would expect that people are actually trying their moves, and the crowd is starting to think like, wow, this guy is pretty strong. But you're not really getting any of that. No one is really noticing how Saitama is just destroying these people, except for his main competitor who's watching him. That's also destroying people with one move, but clearly not similar power level output. I guess a good reminder for you guys is if you guys ever seen Dragon Ball or even Dragon Ball Z, because they did it in Dragon Ball Z with Trunks and Goten, fighting in the martial arts tournament, and originally when Goku was fighting in the martial arts tournament, and little things like when Vegeta they had all the Z fighters testing their power. Vegeta absolutely demolishes the thing. There was a machine. You got a punch machine that shows your power level. Vegeta absolutely demolished it. Android 18, you saw her. She was taking little jabs at it, and the readings are very high. Like, man, this girl's powerful. And just the crowd is watching these Z fighters, unroll their power. And like people are shocked, and that made it kind of interesting. We all knew these are some of the most powerful fighters in the world, and it's kind of neat to see the fans or the audience reaction. I'm not getting that same appreciation in One Punch Man. They're taking in a different direction. In my opinion, it's not working. So that's my thoughts. It's not really a recap. It's more of a rant. Guys, I was super stoked waiting for this season to get launched, and I'm like, that's it. So what are your thoughts? Am I being too harsh? Is there something that I'm overlooking that you guys are seeing? If so, please share your thoughts, drop a comment. I'd love to hear more. Subscribe!